Hello my little vets, I hope you're doing well today and welcome to day 0. Day 0 of what exactly? Well, tomorrow is 2026, so a new year starts and I want to learn Japanese in a year. Without any classes, without this annoying grammar drill, no hammering kanjis into my brain every day. None like that. So why am I doing this exactly? So number one reason is I love Japan. I love Japan since I'm 12 years old or younger and I have a dream to visit this place, and at the moment I also feel like homesick in a weird way because I believe that Japan is my real home even though I was never there. Because, for example, I just recently catched myself looking up apartments in Japan. And I did also notice that the traditional way of learning any language, if it is English or French, just never really stuck with me. Teacher told me that I have to study a lot of grammar and memorize all these vocabularies, and only then I could learn a language. And so I thought that it is the way how I should learn Japanese as well. But let's be honest, that never really stuck, because remembering my time in school, they did the same thing with French and English, and at the end of the day, I learned English through watching a lot of YouTube and learned French by visiting France for 3 months. And I learned more throughout this time than ever in school. That means a lot. What does that tell me? Exactly, that the traditional way of learning a language sucks and just isn't for me. So, time for a different approach, it seems. The approach that I use to learn French and English. And that is the intuitive learning method. But what does that mean? When I say intuitive learning, I don't mean anything fancy. I just mean learning by listening and reading a lot and letting things repeat until they start to make sense. Oh, but how can you learn a language if you don't put yourself through grammar and through vocabulary? You have to learn these things. Yes, but why do I have to study particularly these things if I just can, I don't know, listen to someone talk in Japanese and watch Japanese videos or mangas or animes and read some easy books in Japanese? This is the same way how you could say a kid learns a language. You don't put a 2-month-old in front of a book and say you have to learn all the grammar and all the vocabularies to learn the language. No. You would talk to them. You would repeat the same sentences over and over and over again until the baby is ready to say, for example, mama, and makes a connection that, hey, this woman in front of me, that's mama. This woman is mama. And then will automatically call you mama. This is the way how I think I understood English and French way easier, because I got immersed in it and I didn't really have the chance to go back into German. Instead, I was forced to use French and try to understand French, just like a baby was forced in learning a language by getting exposed to it every single day. This is how I want to do it with Japanese. So here are some rules that I'm following when learning Japanese. No drilling grammar. I hate grammar so much. I'm not memorizing conjugation charts. I'm not translating everything into English. And the only most important rule in all of that is show up every day. Even if I don't feel like doing any learning, I still have to get up and do at least a few minutes of learning Japanese, because only then I will see real practice. That's how I learned it with English, that's how I learned it French, so that's important that I also do it with Japanese. So if I'm not drilling myself with grammar, conjugation charts, or repeating vocabulary every day, how am I going to be learning Japanese then? Well, most days I will just surround myself with Japanese. Yes, I just gonna watch anime, YouTube, listen to podcasts, read subtitles and manga, stuff like that. And I review real sentences I heard a lot. And I try speaking, even if it sounds bad at the first time. That's also why I probably gonna reinstall VR chat, because I know that there are Japanese servers there with Japanese people, and I would like to get into some conversations with them to learn Japanese. So what am I expecting from all of this? So first of all, I'm not expecting that I will be good in Japanese in like 3 months. I will not expect myself to be good in 6 months. Heck, I don't even expect it to be good in a full year. This is not really realistic to believe that I get fluent in just a few months like some videos on YouTube promise you to be. It's just not possible. If anything, I should expect that this will be awkward and that my progress will be probably a bit slower than others, but hey! This is the whole thing with it. Even if I sound bad, the fact that I'm still trying, that's the key. But how will I track my progress? I will not using any tests or levels here. I'll judge progress by what I can understand without thinking too hard, and whether Japanese starts feeling less foreign over time. So yeah. Whenever I notice that I start to understand Peppa Pig in Japanese completely easy and have to progress to a somewhat more difficult show, that's when I know that I made progress. Or when I start to watch anime without that many subtitles, that also is a clear sign to me that I made progress. And that is the most important part of it all. And how else I'm going to track this progress? Well, that's where you guys come in. I want to make monthly update videos to stay honest with you, show you my progress, show you how I learn Japanese, and maybe also help you out how I do so. Because I'm mostly posting this for accountability, but that's because I want to show that learning actually looks like. Because I think, especially on YouTube, there are these videos that promise you that you will be fluent in just a few weeks by watching this video over and over, and sadly this is just not true. With this video series that I want to upload monthly, I want to show you how learning really can look like, and also encourage you that, hey, even though if there isn't that much of progress, you still have made some progress, and that's fine. So yeah, that was all. This is day 0, and tomorrow I will start immersing. I'll check back in after the first month and see where I'm at. Let's see what happens. And with that, thank you so much for watching this video. Maybe I inspired some of you to maybe learn your own language. Maybe it's even Japanese, who knows? And yeah, let's see where this journey will take us. If you have your own learning tips here and there, feel free to post them in the comments down below. I try to read every single comment of yours and try to reply to them as soon as I can, because I love to interact with you guys. And before this year ends, even though I know that sadly this video will not be up by the 1st of January, I want to say thank you all so much for sticking with me throughout this year. This year was a hell of a ride, and I know that I am not the most consistent person. For example, the Christmas art challenge, I failed on that. The Inktober, I failed on that. But let's at least do this. I really want to be accountable for this, as it is a really huge dream to learn more and more languages. And yeah, so happy New Year's Eve. I hope 2026 will treat us all a bit better. Wash your hands, stay safe, and take your vitamins and medicine if you didn't already. And I will see you guys in 2026. Bye!